Good times.
Alright, so let's stop talking about Adelaide and Newcastle winning a championship, and let's talk about the game we had on Saturday. It was us versus Jam Tards. I am going all fancy here and actually adding the video or highlights to the stream now. Yeah. Cool. So, guys, what were your thoughts? How were you able to watch the game, Boris, or were you?
I was there on the Friday, not Saturday.
Oh, yeah. Sorry. My mistake. So, what were your thoughts?
We should have won that.
Yeah.
We started the game really well, like we did in Melbourne a couple of weeks back for the Cup final. Probably should have put them away comfortably again by the end of that first half, but Melbourne City getting a reputation really quick for being a bunch of soft cocks, falling over the whole time, and we copped a red. Fair enough. We were still better than them with 10 players on the park. Should have won even at the end, I reckon.
Yeah, no, I totally agree with you there. Especially with the offside, disallowed goal, which came off Bobo right at the end.
Yeah.
What were your thoughts on it, Kane?
As much as I hate to say it, that's fair enough. I mean, he was behind the keeper, and it bounced off him. So no, that's not a goal for me. As much as I hate to say it.
Yeah. Look, I felt like what could he have done? He couldn't really get out of the way. That's where you got to apply a little bit of smarts to it. So just to be like, hey, okay, even if he wasn't there, the ball still would have gone into the net.
Yeah, I can see that.
And that's something that the ref could have easily applied. And then, as he said, he stuck to the letter of the law. There's a lot of things he could have done better, when Brandan did his whole head, when Ryle hit him on slapped him on the face like that, and then he does his whole backflips and flops around like a sardine. Did you manage to catch that, Daniel, where you were?
Yeah, I was laid up on... I'm going to start sounding like I've got a drug problem, because once again I was laid up on the lounge on painkillers. But
I think you do, dude. I think you do.
Yeah. No, I sort of wondered why my whole family was here for an intervention yesterday. But no, it was disappointing. It's another one of those games you can probably put it in the same mould as you said, the FFA Cup final, the Brisbane game, and the Adelaide game, where you have enough chances to sink a ship and you don't take enough of them to win football games. And if you don't take your chances, we've said it repeatedly, if you don't take the chances in the A-League, you're eventually going to get punished for it. And it was a phenomenal goal from Brandan. I haven't got a lot of respect for Brandan, for that hair. Just a rat, the rat's tail on its own is enough to say, well, you can fuck off. But the diving and the flopping around like a fish on a boat deck was pretty average. But I mean, Arnie described it as the best performance of the season. We had 16 shots on goal to City's 5, including the disallowed goal, and obviously that last ditch effort right at the end from Broski. So enough chances to win the game, just couldn't get it done.
Yeah, look, I tend to agree with you there. We had our chances and we just didn't take them at the end of the day. But at the same time, we rode a lot for quite a bit, and when City just got us on the counter quickly with Brandan, and yeah, it was pretty not that great. Hold on, Boris is getting a visitor. Do we have to leave you alone, Boris?
Nah.
And also, I was going to say, it looks like we've lost Kane, so...
And the stream.
And the stream. Oh, no, that's the video.
Oh, that's the
Stream's
video.
good. Stream's good. Video stopped.
Yeah. Sorry, I forgot to hit replay. Sorry, my bad.
We're up to 6 viewers, mate. We gotta be more professional than this.
Yeah, I'm sorry, viewers. We're professional most of the times. I swear. I swear. Cool. So, what we another big thing that's come out of this game is Matt Simon's been given a show cause by the match review panel.
For what?
For his, I think his shoulder barge on one of the Hart players.
Yeah, Jacobson or Jacobson or whatever he wants to call it.
Yeah.
Bit of off the ball elbow / shoulder.
Suki Lala.
Yeah.
It was a good hit. You don't fuck with the wrecking ball, mate. The wrecking ball from Moi Moi fucks you up.
Oh yeah.
Albino Messiah was on it. He gave it to him when he came on.
I don't know if I've... You're right, go ahead.
He's about as good as Bobo in front of goals at the moment, but he just offers a little bit more fire up front, like to try and make something happen. Like Bobo, for all his credit, and you know what, not every player plays like that or has that that type of desire or determination during a game, that kind of anger / hunger, whatever you want to call it during the game. But you know, Simon comes on.
Forrest, there's one thing. Currently, the video's going to this part, right, where they run to the Hart fans. Hold on, let me see if I can adjust this.
Quickly.
Sorry. I'm sorry. Okay, here we go.
While you do that, it's oh my god, it was hilarious. But as you said, Matt Simon's taking angry fucking pills, man. He's coming out fired up from go to woe.
Yeah, which is great.
Yeah, I'm loving it.
Mm. Yeah, no,
good. How good is that footage with the celebrating with the huge away support?
Yeah. So you got So let me put it in a bit of perspective. The game on Friday was Melbourne City's away service or national service. So for those who don't know, a national service is usually where all the supporter groups decide on, okay, this is one game we're all going to attend and everybody to go. For us, it's usually Australia Day, and sometimes we have two, just because everybody goes to Australia Day anyway. But yeah, so as I was saying, this is Melbournians' national service, and look at Brandon go celebrate with them. Look at him run. Look.
That one guy with the Believe scarf is having a cracker of a time. He's fucking loving it. Dude.
But I gotta admit, it's a good goddamn goal.
The goal's not worthy of that national service. If that was national service for them on Friday night, garbage.
It deserved a better celebration because it was a good goal.
Yeah, and
still not as good a celebration as Karen Bullett's big celebration, but
classic.
Yeah, that one was a great one. And the other thing I did want to bring up about this game is Cahill and his jimmies have been rustled with the booze.
He didn't like it, did he?
No, he didn't. He again went and complained about the Cove being all negative and disrespecting him and the kids. And think about the kids.
Think about the children, please. Won't somebody think about the children? What a load of crap!
Oh my god, the children!
I tweeted early on in the game while they were doing after they finally take the cameras off the bloke, even after he was sitting on the bench. And I'm like, the FFA and Foxtel have made me hate Tim Cahill, who, until he came to the A-League, Australian legend, scored some great World Cup goals, scored some great Socceroos goals. I hate the bloke now. I'm like, fuck's sake, fuck off.
Put him in a Socceroos jersey, I have no problem with him. But he shit on the A-League for, the last 5 years? And now you're playing here because the FFA is giving you in the side pocket. Go fuck yourself, mate.
Yeah, you last chance saloon, mate.
That's right. You're on your hands and knees now. It's your last big payday because no one else wants to pay you big money. They're paying you what? Your 4 or 5 million for the year. Go and fuck yourself. Fuck you.
Yeah.
You're gonna swing elbows and be dirty during the game because you're shit. Fuck you.
Yeah, I've lost. I'm looking at it now. I'm like, it's all the Timmy Cam and I've never seen a bloke sitting on the bench get so much airtime in my fucking life.
Oh,
does my head in.
Makes me sick. Him just playing in this league makes me sick, and I'm so glad that fucking Mark Schwarzer hasn't taken the shit route either and come and play here too, because he's bagged out the A-League for God knows how long too, but he hasn't done anything. So, like, Tim Cahill is just stick your vision up your ass.
100%. 100%.
Yeah, him with a dollar sign.
Yeah, so Kane, what I wanted to ask you is, what were your thoughts about Vision's words about the Cove and us booing him after the game?
Well, I mean, what do you expect? You carry on like that, you're an opposing team. I don't care what you've done. You could score like 300 goals, but if you're on that team doing that, acting that way, you just can't expect anything else, really.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and like
that's the worst thing. Just for all the vision he talked about and all this and that, to end up going to the richest club in the league and earning a monster and doing nothing to develop the sport or really anything to give back. That's what sticks with me more than anything.
But he's got the Foxtel Tim Cahill All-Stars training camps.
Yeah, that's like don't get me wrong. Like, sure, he's been a great service to the Socceroos and all that, but yeah, what do you expect? I've actually gotten into arguments with people on Twitter about this. Ross, who runs the ball boy and ball girl guys, all sorts them all out and all that, 100% volunteer. And he's like, why is everybody being so negative about Timmy Cahill? And I'm like, yeah, he's been a bit of a C-word to us. So of course we're gonna try to give it back to him. And you can't expect that from any supporter group in Australia, like whether they're the Yellow Army or the Northern Terrorists.
The FFA won't say it, and the A-League won't say it, but having someone who opposition fan groups will look at as a bit of an anti-hero is exactly what they want. They probably don't want it to be Tim Cahill, but they want that person, and someone like Besart Berisha, who's done it for so long, where wherever he goes, he's genuinely disliked and he riles the fans, but he scores goals. He causes issues for the defensive sides. That's what you build your marketing on. That's what you build that extra support outside your bread and butter, everyone who goes to every single home game. That's what you need to get people through the door. Because Marquis like Bobo isn't going to bring someone off their seat and go to a game on his own. But if they throw that into the mix, and another mix is having someone like a Cahill or a Berisha that you go, screw this prick, I'm going to go down and let him know how much I hate him. It's just another, like I used to incessantly just annoy Archie Thompson on Twitter repeatedly because I didn't respect the man and I didn't like the man. And he's from Bathurst originally, so he's a scum, but
down the road from me.
Did you guys mention has he gotten his kids vaccinated yet?
Oh, he doesn't like that.
The worst one I did when he was just about to play his 300th game. He put something on Twitter about, I hope there's a big crowd for my 300th game. And I said, well, I thought your wife probably hoped you didn't hit her, but that didn't work out so well. And all he did was he retweeted it and then tried to get other people to have a crack at me. And I'm like, bro, I've got nothing better to do. I'll do this all day, champ.
Oh, dang, you troll.
Oh, yeah, that's what Twitter's for.
Just trolling celebrities.
It is true.
Pretty much, yeah. That and saying the shit that I'd get fired if I said out loud when I'm at work.
That's true. Cool. All right. So, any other things you guys want to talk about last week's game, or?
No,
it's not too much. I thought Brillante was probably a fair red card or second yellow in the end. There was a few people on Twitter that were up in arms about it, but I don't think we could have too many complaints about it, to be honest.
I think it's more of a the ref just kind of he kind of accidentally got Kilkenny. He fell on the floor, took off his shin pads, and was going to the ref. That's when the ref called a foul and gave Riante another yellow. So
yeah, it was one of the things. I don't think there could be too many complaints. It didn't sort of hinder us too much, which was probably a good thing. But the only other real highlight of the week was probably the dress-ups at the Christmas party.
Yeah. You know what? Yeah, that was a great thing. Hold on, let me see if I can get a picture of it onto the stream.
Ryan Grant, number 1. Milos Ninkovic, number 2.
Yeah. That Ryan Grant is the honey badger. Fantastic.
Oh, spitting image. If only he
Bit
could
of,
grow.
Bit of Sebi Ryle as Donald Trump too. Wasn't a bad effort.
Yeah, it was good. Hold on, I'm nearly like, if somebody would have told me about like just get this picture ready before, I would have like maybe had it ready. But no.
Are you saying we should prepare? Are you saying we should prepare for this sort of stuff?
Yeah, you know that prepare thing that people do, especially when they're trying to do stuff. But
Look, mate, these things work well when you're flying off the cuff, mate.
Well, I can't argue with the results. We had 7 people watching at one point.
That's right.
A minute ago. Just carving it.
Higher than the A-League ratings on free-to-air TV.
Yeah.
That's not even a joke. That's the sad thing.
SBS does a brilliant job. That's why.
And like, SBS could easily do a great job, even with now that they've got Viceland.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, you might as well use it for something.
Yeah,
Alright.
absolutely.
So, let me do this.
Come on, mate.
Hold on. Screen capture. There you go. So what I can do is, like, currently it's covering everybody and everybody can see it. So let's zoom in. So yeah, that's the Christmas photo. As you can see, is it a Milos dressed up as Brosk?
Yep.
Yeah, that's Ninkovic.
Brosk dressed up as Ali G. Wait, is that Matt Simon as the
from Frozen?
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever its name is. I don't have kids. I have no idea. Fine.
Oh god.
Yes, White Walker confirmed.
That's why he's so tall and pale.
He didn't actually realise it was a costume party. That's what he actually wears to keep the sun out. He's just rocked up and gone, well, that's fucking convenient.
He's a day walker.
If he's anything like me, he's a day walker with plenty of SPF 50. It's all about those big white arms.
Oh, you know who we need now is Mitts.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I'm having Mitts withdrawals, man.
I know.
He's getting the gains, bro.
It's the gates of Greenacre feels like they've deserted us.
It's like the main reason being is that we've changed the dates from Tuesdays to Mondays. And next week, hopefully, we'll be back on Tuesday and we can get Mitts back on. But yeah, him and Slowey usually have things on Mondays, so
it's fair enough.
What can you do? Cool. So next thing I want to move on to is I asked a couple of questions on the Reddit thread, and we've got a couple of questions here. So let's just start from the first one, which is from user Bros14. Can we
Shout out
actually
to
go...
Hamish.
Yeah, what he said. Can we actually go all the way this year? Which team am I supposed to hate the most now that City are a bag of dicks?
That's a tough one. It's still the Wanderers, though, surely.
Still Wanderers, absolutely.
This is the order it should go in. Melbourne Victory, Western Sydney, Melbourne City.
It is hard to argue with that.
Melbourne
probably
Victory
almost
are the
got...
originals.
Yeah, and I think it upsets Wanderers fans more when we say the Big Blue is a more important game, which is a nice little added bonus as well. But I've sort of got those two on level pegging. I just hate the pair of them. But City are fast catching up.
Hmm.
Yeah, City is going to become everybody's most hated team.
Yeah, they're flying up those rankings.
It'd be a nice
very
break
quickly.
from it being us.
That's true. Did you see the whole... You guys wouldn't have seen it being at the game, but pre-game, they had some old Aussie actor, I don't know who he was, doing this, those, like, pre-show hype things, and he's like, Sydney used to be all about the bling, now it's the city boys from Melbourne. It's like, oh my god, what the fuck?
Really? They had
Oh,
that?
yeah. I can't even think of the guy's name. He's, those old guys that are in, like,
Was it Brian Brown?
Brian Brown. I have no idea. I'm going to Google it. No,
Clint Eastwood?
Clint Eastwood. Aussie Clint Eastwood. I'm going to work it out.
Paul
don't
Hogan.
worry.
Paul Hogan.
I'd get
Always
Paul
Paul
Hogan.
Hogan.
I'd back myself in.
Yeah, now you have
No,
to Google it.
Yeah, I'm Googling it. I'll find this guy. He's been in fucking heaps of movies.
Was
But yeah, it was
Nudge?
this whole big, the city boys of Melbourne have taken over the bling game. And it's like, hey, fuck off. What a load of crap. We didn't want to be bling from the start.
It's the dude from the castle.
It could be. No, I don't think he's in the castle either. I don't know. This is going to piss me off now. I'm going to be thinking about this all day.
Well, it's night time, so you're already behind.
No.
Solid dad joke. I'll pay that.
9 people watching. Oh, yeah.
Holy fuck.
It's to see the freak show that's looking up who the old guy was.
I'll fucking find this guy.
Dude, sizzling. Come on now, see now the show's hinging on you finding your old grandfather who was on there.
By all means, if it was my granddad, he would have been much cooler. By all means, roll on. I'm going to Google this in the background and not listen to a word you say while I go for it.
What was that?
Alright. So, Boris, getting
Yes.
back on topic. Can we
Next
actually go all the way this year?
Yes, but I think I'm starting to get the feeling that we can still go all the way. No doubt about that. We've got a front four, front five, and our wingers to an extent who can score goals. Everyone's sort of picking up the slack there, scoring goals. But I think given Matt Simon isn't effective in front of goals, Bobo's kind of lacking that form. It's tough. Like I want to have, like I don't have much faith in Matt Simon scoring goals. Being an argy-bargy prick, yeah, no worries. Scoring, not so much. Bobo, a little bit more technically gifted, with the way he plays. But is he going to score goals for us regularly? Do we dip into the transfer window in January and have a look, maybe, and try and find a little bit more quality up front to score?
Yeah,
Well, we've got a visa spot.
This is true.
Yep.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
And Daniel, I think you want Roy Billing.
Roy Billing. That does ring a bell. Let me Google that. That name rings a bell.
Thanks to
Yes, it was fucking Roy Billing. You fucking legend. Yes. Thank
Who's that?
you,
Never heard of
Mr.
it.
Sleekit on YouTube. Thank you, fucking legend. Roy Billing. Head to
Who's that?
roybilling.com.au. He's a Kiwi. Fuck off.
Ah!
Fuck off.
He's a Kiwi. They used a Kiwi. Who the hell is this guy?
Fox Sports. I'm writing an angry letter tomorrow.
Dear Fox Sports.
Why write an angry letter? Just use the Twitter, mate. That's what that's for.
Good point. Let's do this.
Yes,
But it was Roy Billing.
Who's Roy Billing? Pull up a photo.
Alright, hold on.
Get it on the live stream.
How the hell did they get a Kiwi to do this?
He's got dead set, no neck. It's just like one solid chin to head thing going on.
I know.
I see it there.
Yeah, now when you see the guy, you're like, yeah, I know the guy.
Bloody thing.
And he's a Kiwi.
He's a Kiwi. He lives in Australia, but according to his Wikipedia, born in New Zealand.
He come to the greener pastures.
Yeah, like every other Kiwi going around. Well, we're too busy shipping NPL players over to play for the Phoenix, so the rest of them come here to live.
Yeah. No, he's
That's
done
the
a
guy.
lot.
Yeah, he's been in heaps of shit, man.
Yeah,
And he's got that, yeah.
Yeah.
He's like those D-list Hollywood actors. You know his face, but you don't know his name.
Underbelly. He was from Underbelly.
Yeah, he's got like a bit part role in every movie that's ever been made in Australia.
Even
Plays
Star
like-
Wars?
Probably. He plays like Garbage Man number 3 on the Death Star or some shit. 100%. He walks past with a bag of fucking garbage or some shit. 100%.
His nerf hurt is 7.
Cool. Alright, so let's move on to the next question. And alright, this is from Zadam, whatever they want to go
Anthem.
pronounce them. Yeah. Alright, whatever. Who do you think should be on the right side of the midfield against Perth? Should Holosko be given a rest? Who would be your ideal player there for the foreseeable future? Is it still Holosko? Is the pressure from the fans getting to him, or will he break his slump? For the record, I stand by what I've been saying, which is I think he's still contributing. I just want to hear other opinions. Cheers.
Who wants to volunteer?
Okay. Yeah, I still think he's the best option we have on the right. With the way that we play, I still think, as the poster said, I still think he does contribute. It's probably not as tangible a contribution as some people would like to see, particularly in goals and things like that. But I don't think you can have too many problems. I think he's still an integral part of the side. I've got no issues with him staying on the right. If he does need a rest, then maybe you look at giving him a short break and maybe playing someone else up there. But I'm not in any hurry to move him on.
Yeah, I think Holosko did well last time against Perth. He bagged an assist, didn't he?
I believe so. Got a yellow card in
Yeah.
that game when we beat Perth too as well.
Yeah, so I think he has to start against Perth. I think he'll do well, just like he did last time.
I suppose the only alternative is Abini starting. You could play Abini up there and perhaps put Holosko on the bench, and maybe if things aren't working out, you can run him on for the last 20 minutes. But if that's the case, you'd almost prefer Abini coming off the bench because he can add that different dimension with his pace anyway.
Mm.
And no one matches the quality bowl cut just quite like Holosko.
Cool. Alright, next question that's just been submitted a couple of minutes ago is, with so much depth in all positions, what's our best lineup at the moment? I'll give this one to Boris, since Daniel got the last one.
Whoa. Obviously, Booker in goals. Ryan Grant, right back. Left back, Zulo. Wilkinson and Yerman in the centre back. Defensive midfield is a tough ask because we've got 3 good options there. I think O'Neill has to be there. I want to say Dimmy because Dimmy's actually been playing well this season, but I think Dimmy's more attack-minded than Brillante. Brillante sits there, he's a nice screen across for the back four. So I just go for that reason. And then I'll probably say attacking mid is going to be Miloš Ninkovic. On the right, Holosko. On the left, who do we have on the left at the moment? Brosk playing on the left.
Yeah, Broski.
I'm gonna have Brosk up front as the lone striker, and I'm probably gonna say David Carney on the left.
Yeah,
I think that's our strongest lineup at the moment.
Yeah, no, I kind of agree with you there as well. Yeah, some of the players are still like it's not there 100% yet, and some really aren't performing that great.
Yeah.
So yeah, all right, that's cool. Thanks for that, Boris. What about you, Kane? What's your best starting 11?
Pretty much the same as Boris there, except I would put Brosk on the left and Bobo up front. Apart from that, exactly the same.
Cool. What about yourself, Daniel?
I'd pretty much go the same as Kane. I'd still start with Bobo up front and Brosk in the middle. I would probably still start with Brillante in the holding role more often than not. As much as I love Brandon O'Neill, got plenty of ginger love. I do like Brillante in that role. I don't mind Dimitrovic being in the middle there either, but I do think Brillante does a lot of work solidifying, and he comes across so often to help the fullbacks under a lot of pressure. So not that O'Neill doesn't, but I'd probably still look at Brillante.
Yeah, two holding midfielders have worked wonders for us because we find Miloš isn't tracking back like he had to with Dimmy on the field, and that's opened up a whole range of options for him. Now he can stay forward, not think about defending. It's really worked wonders for his game, and he's a serious contender for Johnny Warren medal.
Yeah.
Gives us a great chance on the counter as well. Having those two
absolutely.
defensive guys that can screen, you can really send your fullbacks up the pitch quick, and you can hit balls to Ninkovic or Holosko and Brosk as they peel off. It gives you plenty of options. But the great thing is, I suppose, when you look at the strength that we've got in depth, there is a bit of room for flexibility. Whether it's inside the same formation or you move the formation around a little bit, you've got some guys that you can slot in and out. So we're probably, as we spoke about last week, we're probably a little bit more blessed in that regard than some teams in the A-League who have pretty much got to stick with the same 11, 12 guys each week.
Mm-hmm. Cool. Now, the next question is going to be a bit more, I think it's going to open up a bit more discussion here. Alright, so this one was posted by Alarm Clock Bandit. A third of the way into the season, who are our top players? Don't forget the defenders. Is Bobo meeting expectations with 4 goals and 3 assists? Is he finally gelling with the team? And last part of it is the 4-3-3 Arnie has been playing our best formation? Would we be better with our 4-4-2? So let's. Yep.
I don't think a 4-4-2 is good for us unless it's Brosk as one of their strikers. We played almost a 4-4-2 in the cup final to finish off the match with Bobo and Simon up front, and I don't think that works really well for us. Our best performers, Danny Vukovic up there, arguably probably our best player, I reckon, 10 games into the season. Brillante, Ninkovic, Brosk, and probably O'Neill. That's probably been the core top 5 players in our team. How do you rank them? I'd probably say Vuka and Ninkovic probably occupying the top 2, with Brosk a close third, somewhere in there. But yeah, that'd be our top 5 players comfortably.
Yeah, I had the same 3: Vukovic, Brosk, and Ninkovic. I had Ninkovic 1, Brosk 2, Vuka 3, but they're all right up there. The only, as you said, you mentioned Brillante. I'd probably throw a brief shout out for Michael Zullo.
Hold on. Guys. We need to thank Sean Kay, the only City fan to be watching our stream. Thank you. Seriously.
Big effort.
Personal
This is like the third time we've done it. This is the third time we've done it, and now we've got a City fan watching it. It's like, guys, we made it.
Wait. Fuck you, Melbourne City.
The scary thing is,
fuck you, Tim Cahill.
On a percentage basis, on a per capita percentage basis, there's more City fans watching this than the game on Friday night. Thanks, Sean.
Thanks. Alright, so yeah, getting back to it.
We've been doing a player of the season voting on Reddit, and I think this applies here. I'll just go through the top 4, top 5.
Yeah, top 4.
Top 4. Okay, so we have Milos Ninkovic and 104 points. This is using the 3-2-1 voting system. Ryan Grant on 62 points. Danny Vukovic on 61 and Filip Holosko on 47. So that's the top 4.
Yeah, you know what? That pretty much sounds like the top 4 solid performers for the whole season. Like, I can't, like, any of those 4 players, fucking boom. Like, they haven't really stepped a foot wrong yet.
I suppose Ryan Grant could have bagged a couple of goals, but apart from that, he's been going great guns.
Yeah, like, he's had perfect shots, and things he would have easily scored seasons ago. This time it's just like bang, woodwork, bang, woodwork, bang, woodwork.
Because he's
obviously they're not handing out points for massive psychotic aggression because Matt Simon's blown everyone off the park.
Well, Matt Simon's third from bottom on 13 points.
That's harsh. That's 13 aggressively earned points.
Yeah,
well, Bobo is last on 6.
What?
Hashtag marquee.
Numbers. The numbers. Ooh.
And he's last ahead of players who haven't played yet. Or behind players who haven't played yet.
No.
He's behind Riley Woodcock. He's behind George Blackwood.
I love Riley Woodcock. He's the greatest name ever.
Yeah. He's a great guy. Jesus, okay. But see, that's the thing. One thing I've noticed about Bobo is that he creates more space for everybody else.
Yeah. He's that defensive forward type player.
Yeah, so, that's what you kind of sometimes need. I saw it when we played Newcastle when Bobo came on, and then Ibini was able to come on. Bobo made all this space for Ibini to be able to get in there and work his little magic.
He doesn't need much space.
Yeah, no, he doesn't. But he was able to do Bobo created something that we were trying to break Jets down for a good 70 minutes by that point, and we still weren't able to get past them.
Bobo's good in that there's a lot of attention on him. You can't discount those facts. His quality in terms of finishing isn't there, and that's probably the more frustrating point. But the other things that he brings to the team, 100%, he's attracting attention to himself. It's opening up wings. You've seen often this season when we are in attack and we've got good phases of dominating play for 5, 10, 15-minute periods of a game. We've got lots of space down the wings. Holoska, Ibini, Carney, Brosk, whoever's making those runs down the wing, they are really taking advantage of the attention that he drags with him. But also in saying that, we expect, Bobo to be scoring as well. So it's a fine line with Bobo at the moment. Like you can't really, in terms of his work ethic in providing a structure and something different up front, it's phenomenal. But scoring wise, four goals and 3 assists in 10 games or 9 games. He came on as a sub against Newcastle. Mm-hmm. So they're not bad statistics, especially in this league where it's hard to be a regular scorer week in, week out, or even once every 2 games. So, like I said, it's a fine line with Bobo at the moment. Very fine line.
Yeah. No, fair enough, dude. Cool. All right. So next, I want to move on and do a to the preview of this week's game, which is on Saturday night, 10 p.m. Sydney time or 7 p.m. Western Australia time. We play Perth Glory again. Last time we defeated these guys 4-0. Perth 4-1. Oh yeah. We really haven't. I want to say Perth have been like they're going alright. They're starting to become strong at the beginning of the season, and now they've just fallen apart. I think they lost to Newcastle Jets. Yeah.
At home too, ending a long streak of winning at home.
Oh wow. Jeez. So yeah, you can tell Perth Glory are going to be under the pump for this game.
It's the Mark Warren effect.
Yeah, that can go either way. It could they could continue the slump, or they could just fight right back. Hard to tell, really.
Look, I don't see Perth Glory actually going or playing more a defensive game and then trying to get us on the counter with Keo. Because that guy is like pretty much similar attacker to Jamie Vardy. You just get him the ball up front and he can try to do the rest for you.
There's a hypothetical for you. Would you rather Bobo or Andy Keogh?
Andy Keogh.
Yeah, Andy Keogh.
Yeah, I'm going to have to go Keogh.
I think I'd take Keogh as well.
Or imagine Keogh and Bobo. We've got a big spot.
Yeah, that's true. I suppose we don't have to limit ourselves, do we? But
yeah.
See, but
I'd take Andy Keogh in a heartbeat.
Absolutely.
But you couldn't make Keogh a marquee. So he would be demanding his marquee salary. So,
of course, yeah. No, it's all pie in the sky stuff. But I very much like him. I think he's a fantastic footballer.
Mm-hmm.
It's great that we have guys like him with so much experience over in England.
Yeah,
playing in England.
He's been one of the better import / specifically a striker signings I reckon the A-League's made in its entire existence.
Especially for consistency in scoring goals. He's probably been right up there, to be honest with you. I think you're right.
Yeah.
See, the other thing is, I don't think you'll ever be able to get him away from Perth Glory. Perth and Glory as well. They're actually taking really good care of him. Even
he's
after
got family there as well.
Yeah. He's got family there, but he's also, like, remember when the FFA dicked him around with his contract and Glory was still paying him and maintaining him while he was, like, he had to train with someone, like, what was it, 5-a-side team on the weekends?
Yeah.
Yeah, there was a lot of stupid shit went on there. But, as you said, I think he's pretty happy where he is. But, just when I watch him, I think he would be the sort of bloke that I think would he'd put us on the next level.
Yeah.
I like that Marinkovic as well. He's not as consistent as Keogh, but I like that in the
He's
Bojan
all right.
Marinkovic as well. He's you'd expect a little bit more if he was in a better side. I think he's probably got too much to do. But if he slotted in with us, maybe not with us, but I don't mind watching him either. He's a decent footballer.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's good, but I don't think he's better than Ninkovic.
No, you wouldn't swap Ninkovic or even Holosko for him. But
Nah.
as someone who doesn't mind seeing the rest of the A League sort of grow and develop a little bit, I think he's a good guy to watch as well.
Cool. So, what are your score predictions for the weekend? Like, I reckon we'll be able to take it to the sword to Perth Glory, and we're gonna have another 4-0 game, or are we gonna not be able to bang them in like we usually do?
I'm going to say 3-1.
3-1.
2-0 for me.
Yourself, Boris? 2-0. I reckon we're gonna continue the tradition of 4-1. But I'm gonna mix it up. I don't know which way it's gonna go. We could either win 4-1 or lose 4-1. Like, I just have a feeling like, look, I want to say that we're gonna win, but this is Perth Glory, who's coming off a defeat against the Jets. And they're gonna realize, hey, we're shit. We gotta change our style, be a bit more defensive and all that. It's gonna work into our advantage, but at the same time, it's also gonna work into their advantage. And as I said, if Keogh can get on the ball, he can easily score a good free, put a couple past Vukovic.
Well, last hit out, Vukovic had Keogh's number.
Yeah, he did. And that's where I said it's either it'll be a repeat of last time, or it'll be something different where we're just gonna cop it.
Look, I don't think we're gonna cop it. Our defense has been really good this season. I don't think if we cop 4 this week, I'm blaming you.
All right,
Seems fair.
I'll take all the abuse. I'll even I'll make Sean abuse me on the Hangout, the Google chat thing, or YouTube chat thing. Cool. Is there anything else you guys would want to talk about or want to bring up this week, or any other A-League news?
No, it's
Tim
all pretty good
Cahill's
for mine.
still shit.
Yeah, Tim Cahill's a shit cunt.
Bernie Abini has said his intention is to go back to Bruges.
As it should be.
Yeah, I expect him to. I expect him to go there pretty much as soon as his season's done. This has been more of a recovery season for him, which he's been getting a bit more game time than what he would have got in a Club Bruges.
Yes.
And that's saying now he's got to go back to Bruges and force his way back into the team, into starting 11, and prove to everybody that, hey, he's this quality of player, and he's always been this quality. And we're starting to see it from him now already. Like, that game against Newcastle, dude, his first game back, and he was amazing. I expect him to be really rough with the ball, not really heavy touches and all that, and be a bit nervous. But no, nothing whatsoever from him.
I like as well that it shows that he's still got ambitions. It shows that he's still keen to go and test himself and try and progress as a footballer. Whereas it'd be awful easy after having a go and it sort of ending like it did, or having the big injury like he did. It could be so easy to pack it in and say, "Look, I just want to go home." So I like the fact that he's still gonna push for it, and I think it's fair to say, moving forward, there's always probably going to be a spot at Sydney FC for him if we can fit him under the cap when he becomes a superstar.
Well, it's his one true love in the A-League, Sydney FC.
Oh yeah.
Fuck you, Central Coast.
Well, see, that's the other thing. We've actually we've not only worried about Bernie, we've also worried about his family. So I want to say, hey, this is what we've done, but yeah, we've actually we've taken care of Bernie, so I can't really fault anybody.
Yeah.
And it's not just him, we've also taken care of Princess. Like, she was underage, she couldn't be signed for any club, but yet, like, she was able to be exposed, and like, they said to her, yeah, look, we'll bring you in as soon as we can. Boom, as soon as she turned that age, she was training with the first women's team. She's like, you gotta remember, she's only like 16, 17, so she's still young as well.
She's a lovely young girl too. We had her. She was at the Blacktown Spartans for a brief period of time, and then went on to the Institute team. And she's one of the most polite young girls you'd ever meet as well.
Yeah, no, Bernie's the same, man. Like, he's such a nice fellow.
You have some dudes come down and you know, I think they're A-League superstars and they're absolute knobheads. But you're 100% right. Bernie's a delightful bloke as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Cool. All right. Well, look, we'll probably just leave it at that. And we'll probably what day do you guys reckon next week? Monday or Tuesday?
Maybe Tuesday. So Slowy and Mitts are good.
Yeah, we haven't had them in a while, so yeah. Look, we'll probably aim for next Tuesday, same time. So yeah, you're welcome to join us then. And,
especially you, Sean K on YouTube.
Yeah, Sean. Thanks for joining us. We know you're a big fan, and we hope you enjoyed this episode.
Still, fuck you, Melbourne City.
Hashtag I'm with Sean K.
I'm with Sean K. All right, thanks, guys.